When you think of a protein, you probably think of a steak or a bodybuilder. But proteins are microscopic tools our bodies use to do all the things they do. Proteins follow one simple rule: form determines function. So a chair works as a chair because of its shape. If a chair were shaped like pants, you wouldn't know how to sit on it, would you? Proteins get their shape from even smaller microscopic molecules called amino acids. Of course, proteins don't really look like hammers. Usually they just look like tangled messes of stuff. But every protein is different because its shape determines what it does. To learn about how amino acids make up proteins and what makes up amino acids, check out the other videos on our site. Now let's talk about proteins that do some really cool stuff. For instance, have you ever wondered what makes fireflies light up at night? Fireflies have a protein called luciferase, a kind of enzyme. Enzymes facilitate chemical reactions. They combine chemicals or break apart the bonds between them to make new chemicals to help the body function. Luciferase is a generic name for any enzyme that makes animals glow. Luci means light, fer means carrier, and ace connotes an enzyme. Luciferase works by binding its enzyme with another type of molecule. Luciferin could be any of a number of chemicals. It's just another generic name. Luciferase combines luciferin with a molecule like oxygen or ATP. That's basically the currency your body uses for energy. When luciferase combines oxygen and luciferin, it breaks chemical bonds in the original molecules, and that creates light, as well as a new chemical called oxyluciferin. Another cool protein is called p53, a cancer-suppressing protein currently being researched. It attaches to a specific segment, a gene, of DNA. It then causes other proteins, such as helicase and polymerase, to duplicate certain segments of DNA, genes. Cancer happens when cells replicate uncontrollably, so these sections code for proteins that slow down the replication of the cells. The sections are turned into proteins over and over, and slows down the replication of the cells. This prevents malignant cells, cells that have had their DNA damaged, from replicating and spreading. In other words, they stop cancer cells from spreading. So you're right to think of bodybuilders when you think of proteins. That muscle is made of protein. Or you could think of a cool summer night, fireflies blinking in the air, or steak, or curing cancer. So whether you're a meat lover, a star catcher, or an aspiring oncologist, it's all about the proteins.